It's dark. Back again. Day 2 on the drug-free journey. Went to work today. Had some moments where I wanted to kind of crawl out of my skin. But when that happens, really good tool for you to use if you're feeling that way. Like if some people mention that when they're trying to get off of something, no matter what it is, they feel like they want to crawl literally out of their skin. A really awesome tool is meditation. So what I suggest you do, if you can, take a couple minutes to yourself, whether it's a minute, 5 minutes, 10, 20, whatever you can do. Find a quiet space and just sit in that space and just sit with yourself for a little bit. It's not going to be easy to do initially. It's actually going to be, sometimes it can be hard because you get thoughts running through your head. And when you're not used to that, it can be an issue. So honestly, if you're really truly thinking about getting off of something that you've been using, which can be anything, whether it's prescription, it's something off the streets, it's pornography, it's eating, whatever your addiction is. That's what people like to refer to it in America as addiction. Whatever it is you're reaching for to make you feel better, you have to know that it's only for a small amount of time. Eventually, it becomes this really, really bad cycle that you can't get out of, because you feel like if you don't have that thing, you can't function. I know I did. If I don't have it, I can't do the dishes, I can't clean the house, can't be a good parent, can't be a good worker. And it was so embedded in my soul that I really honestly thought that was true. What I've come to realize studying scientists and spiritual avenues is that's a big lie that we tell ourselves. Love, happiness, strength, connection, all comes from in here. Whether people want to refer to that as God, excuse me, I've got allergies, God or higher power. For me, it's a higher power. I was raised Catholic, but I consider myself just a believer in the higher power. It's something that's within. We're all divine beings, and we all are part of something bigger than ourselves. And the use of something on the outside to make us feel better is a very limited resource. It ends quickly. You can't have access to it all the time, and eventually you find yourself doing things you wouldn't normally do because you think you need that outside source. So I want you to know that nobody's judging you, that it's okay, that you can do this. So my suggestion is to start to think about how you're feeling. It's hard to track your thoughts, and we really, really use our thoughts in a way that can be very negative and detrimental to our souls. And it's hard to track every thought that you have. So the best way to figure out what's going on with you is by how you feel. So if you say, well, I feel crappy all the time. I feel crappy unless I take A, B, or C. Okay. You know that you feel crappy all the time. Now connect that with what you're thinking. What are you thinking about that's making you feel crappy all the time? Are you thinking about a particular event that happened to you? Are you thinking about something that hasn't happened but you think might happen? Are you thinking about other people's opinions? Are you just negatively talking yourself down? Isolate what that is for a moment and think about it. Realize if it's something that happened to you, that's gone. And that in no way says that what happened to you was okay. Obviously, it affected you. And I'm sorry that something terrible happened to you. But it's gone. And you can't allow it to replay in your mind like a movie. We all watch movies, right? Here's a good example. We all sit down and watch a movie, and as you're watching the movie, you feel like you're in the movie. And you cry with the characters, you laugh with the characters, you even get mad if it doesn't end the way you like it to end. Well, we do that with our minds, with our own lives. We replay things over and over, And somebody could say to you, well, are you okay? Well, this happened to me once. And you could say, well, when did that happen to you? 10 years ago. Well, okay. Nobody's negating the fact that that happened. But 10 years ago, you're replaying the same event in your mind, and you're allowing it to control you. So there comes a time when you got to be good to yourself. And don't allow that event to repeat itself constantly in your mind as a movie. And before you know it, you are back in that time. Physically, it affects you. Physically, you can feel like you're back in that time. Think about something that's happened to you in your life, whether it's something fun, something bad. You can connect a feeling. Your body reacts to that. So if I think about something my husband did 15 years ago, and I bring it into my mind now, I could start crying and reliving it, and my body will react to it, and I feel anxious and upset. The mind and the body are very, very connected. And the beautiful thing is that as the divine being that you and I are, you have control over this. You just have to learn what you need to do to have that control. And you can have happiness 24 hours a day if you want. Really. For the most part. Okay, we're humans. Okay. But for the most part, I'm finding my happiness is my business. Nobody else can give it to me. No thing else can give it to me. Can those things add? Can other people, can events add to my happiness? Sure. But ultimately, if you take me out of all that, put me alone, I am in control of that happiness. And I don't want anybody else to have that control. So I want you to think about that tonight. That you're in control. I guarantee you that you are. Just think about that. That you're in control. And I want you to think about meditating. Just for a couple minutes. It doesn't have to be for hours. Just for a couple minutes to start. Okay? Feel free to share this video and ask me any questions you like. I'm here for you on this journey. Thank you.